This whole event has been proven. This whole marketing system has been proven. There are things that work and things that don't work. Don't do the things that don't work. When your sponsor tells you in the beginning, and who's here brand new, you're like maybe a couple weeks in the business. When your sponsor tells you don't talk to anybody, don't talk to anybody. We all do it though, okay? But don't. And I tell people right up front, don't talk to anybody because they're going to eat you up and you're going to win the witness protection program and we won't hear from you again. And we'll find you in Arizona somewhere, hiding in a house and in a halfway house or something. So don't talk to anybody. The person that brought you on board or their upline senior partners know what to say to the people that are on your list. Okay? So don't run out and talk to people. That's a big thing you want to get through to people right from the very beginning. And if you did talk to people who, again, been in the business for a couple of months and you talked to a bunch of people in the beginning and they looked at you and said, oh my God, those things don't work, right? Who did it? My hand's up. We all do it. It's okay now that you learn a little bit more or that you understand that your senior partner's here to help you. It's okay to go back and call those people again. It's okay. We know what to say to them to at least get them to look at it this time. Okay? They're the right things to say. So don't be afraid to go back to people you talked to 6 months ago, or a year ago, or 3 weeks ago. Timing is everything in this business. Timing is everything. Okay? My sponsor, it took him 6 months to get me to sit down and look at this program. But he never gave up on me. What if he would have given up on me? None of you would be here tonight. Or maybe you'd be here tonight and a different speaker would be here. Probably not as good looking or as good. What, somebody's sitting here right now. What an ego he got. Yep, her. We all have to have great egos, right? You got to have great egos. You have to know how to control those egos. So it's okay to go back and talk to people that you've already blew it with. It's okay. It really is. And your chicken list. It's okay to talk to your chicken list. I was on everybody's chicken list. You know, I was a pretty successful business guy, made a ton of money, and I just didn't have any time. And only my sponsor could have showed this thing to me. Nobody else could have done it because he was my best friend. And because he walked into my office and stormed past my secretary, a lot of you know my story, and he looked at me square in the eye and he said, you SOB, you owe me an hour and you're going to give it to me right now. I said, okay. And he's a big dude. He was my personal trainer back when I was trying out the NFL. And he's a big dude. And I said, oh, okay, Mike. But thank goodness he did that. And I thank Mike every day for what he did. You know, he forced me to look at this thing. And he forced me, and deep in my mind, deep in the thoughts of my mind, I was thinking to myself, man, I hope this one's for real. Because I'm tired of 80-hour work weeks. I really hope this one's for real. And by golly, it's for real. Okay? And if I can do it, I'm serious. Anybody in here can build this business. I don't care who you are. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. Okay? Self-reevaluation, updating your goals and daily to-do lists. This is vital. This is very important. A lot of times when we first started the business, we set goals, and a lot of times we set goals that are not realistic goals, but they're good goals. You know, we have goals, we get started with goals, we want to make $2,100 a week, and we want to do it in 6 months. That's not a realistic goal, okay, for most people. But it's okay to start out and think really, really big. It's okay. But you got to learn to adjust your goals based on what you're willing to put into the program. We talked about this at dinner tonight. I was at dinner tonight with Tammy and Sandy and Alex, and we talked about this tonight. Tammy and I talked about this, how, you know, after 2 or 3 months, you find people, you know, they start saying, oh, this is too hard, or it doesn't work. It does work. It takes time. It takes energy. You're just coming to the realization that You had a big dream from the very beginning. Every one of you sitting here saw something huge when you saw this business for the second or third or fourth time. You started dreaming again. You started seeing a way. You started seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Then all of a sudden you came on board and you found out, wow, I really have to do something. Right? Think about when everybody in here, probably most everybody here has a job, right? You went on an interview. And you were hoping and a wishing and a wanting and a praying that you got that job, right? And all of a sudden you got that job and you're excited. You show up the first day at work and you're excited and you're, right? Am I right? But what happens after about 3 or 4 weeks and you realize, man, I gotta work. And you don't like what you do anymore, you wouldn't be here tonight. You don't like what you do anymore, but you still do it. And you know why you still do it? Because they pay you a paycheck at the end of the week. And some of you got some bills. This looks like a BMW parking lot. You're like a outsider, man. BMW, Mercedes. Are you sure y'all aren't directors yet? I pulled in the parking lot, I'm like, man, BMW, Audi, BMW, Mercedes. That's unbelievable. But think about your job. You know, you wake up every morning, and don't tell me you guys don't have traffic up here. I was in the Philippines for a few weeks back when we first opened up the Philippines, and you talking about traffic? Then all of a sudden I come to Toronto, it's worse. It's horrible. And you guys sit in it. And you do it every day, but yet you start this business and after 3 or 4 weeks you say, it's hard. There's nothing hard. You make it hard. Right here, you make it hard. It's a 2 to 3 year program, not a 2 to 3 month program or a 2 to 3 week program. And for a lot of you, it's a 5 to 7 year program. It's okay. But you've got to sit back and reevaluate yourself after 3 or 4 weeks. Every 3 or 4 weeks, sit down with your upline mentor and reevaluate your goals and your dreams again. And what you're willing to put into the program. In the beginning, we're excited, just like your job. You're anxious to get out and talk to people and show the plan and get some people interested. And all of a sudden, it just, and it's the same routine over. I still do the exact same thing over and over and over for almost 20 years now. I still love showing the plan. I do. And most of you have never seen, who in here has ever seen me show the plan? Oh. Handful of people. Am I not the best ever? Oh, yeah. Huh? Ain't nobody can show the plan as good as I. Am I right? No one. Because I love it. I have a passion for it. And I have fun with it. Nobody can prospect like me. You want to know why? Because I love it. I make a game out of it every day. Who can I make their minds screwed up today? That's everywhere I go. Because everywhere I go, I compliment people. This girl I met tonight, where's she at? Joanne, no. Oh, Frank Janine, she is, and all you do is compliment people. She is absolutely breathtaking. And I don't mean to put you on the spot, but you are breathtaking. She walked up and said, can I take my picture with you? I said, can I take mine with you? And all you got to do is mess people's minds up a little bit. Not that I'm messing yours up either. But if you have a great waitress or a great waiter or whatever, compliment people. We had a local seminar in Harrisburg on Saturday. I'm a local coordinator, and the girl behind the counter is a brand new girl working there, and very pretty, way too much makeup. Okay? And she's beautiful, and she must have trowed it, you know, with the... And I walked, and she had beautiful hands, and I said, your hands are gorgeous. You should be a model for hand-like lotion or whatever. And then she smiled, and her teeth were gorgeous. And I said, look at your teeth. And then her eyes went like, I said, your eyes, you are so gorgeous. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you wearing so much makeup? So I had one of my girls go over and start talking to her and say, you know who that guy is? He owns a custom blend cosmetic company. He was impressed with you and would love to have one of us talk to you about our cosmetic line. Have you ever thought about getting involved with, oh man, and she got an appointment with this girl this week. But it's complimenting people. People are never complimented. So I go out every day. Who can I mess up today? Who can I mess up today? On the way down here, I stopped for a hot tea. On the way down here, I stopped at McDonald's, go through a drive-thru, and the way to go to the airport. And I had my car, and this guy stopped me, jumped out in front of my car. He's got a suit and tie on. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning. I said, uh-oh. And while I went in, I said, can I help you? He said, I've got to tell you, this is absolutely the most gorgeous car. He said, Jaguar finally got it right. This is an amazing car. And I said, well, thank you very much. I said, you look awfully familiar. Where do I know you from? And he said, I don't know. I'm in another town. I don't even live there. And then I looked down, and he had real nice shoes. I said, well, I love those shoes. Who makes those? And we just got to talk, and the guy behind me was blowing the horn. Burr, 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 burr. So I finally pulled over, and we talked. But I got a name and a phone number. We'll do a drive-thru. 7 o'clock in the morning. Because he complimented my car, and I complimented his shoes. And when we get home, I'm going to blow his mind. I'm going to wreck him. Make it a game. Don't make it a job. You already hate your job. Don't make it a job. Reevaluate your goals every day. You know, every 3 or 4 weeks, sit down with your upline. Make sure you're willing to put in. If somebody tells me they want to make $100,000 a year, they want to do it in 2 years, but they're only willing to give up 1 week a month and 2 hours in that week, it ain't going to happen. That's like a 15-year plan. Okay? Unless you find the right 2 people from the beginning. And that's very rare. I think I've met 3 people since I've been in the business that found the right 2 people when they first came into business. They've been making over $100,000 a year for the past 17 or 18 years, have never been to an event, have never been to a training, other than what they needed initially, and they make over $100,000 a year. $2,100 a week, every week in their center, so they found the right 2 people from the very beginning. Can that happen to you? It can, because it happened to somebody else. Will it happen to you? Probably not. Be honest. But you go through people till you find people, till you find people, till you find people, till you find the right 2 people. And it's over. Then you sit back and relax and let them take, I'm serious, get out of the way. If you're afraid of everything else we've got to do with this business, go find 2 people who aren't and get out of the way. Because the BV still flows up and still get paid. Okay? How to decrease your chances of people quitting? One way in the beginning, before I sponsor somebody, I let them know this. Here's the deal. We're going to build a business together, and we're going to build it like we're building a house. And this is how I explain it to them. We're going to build a business like we're building a house, and we're going to do it out of 100 bricks. I'll carry my 50 if you carry your 50. I'm not going to carry 51 and you carry 49. We're each going to carry 50 bricks. And I know I said this to Sandy back when I sponsored Sandy. Am I right, Sandy? And I said, the day you set your bricks down is the day I'll set my bricks down, and I'll start building a house with somebody else. And if you call me a month from now, or 6 months from now, or 3 years from now and say, hey, I want to pick my bricks back up again, I'll pick them back up with you again. But what I don't want to do is bring you into this business with the anticipation that you're going to quit in 2 or 3 or 4 months from now. And if you have any thoughts of that, please, let's stop right here and let's just not come. Just please don't waste my time. And let people know that before you sponsor them. And when they get to the point where after 2, 3 months or whatever, they start backing off, you don't see them come to much anymore, they don't sound real positive when you call them anymore, say, hey, it's obvious that we want to set our bricks down. And it's okay if you want to set your bricks down, I'll set them down. If you want to pick them up a few months from now, we'll pick them up a few months from now. But for right now, at least stay on the products, keep using the products. You know they're the best products in the world. You find a couple of customers, keep selling to them, and just keep plugged in. And with your permission, I'd love to email you and let you know what's going on, all the events coming up, and if you can make any one of them, please come. But I'm not going to beg you. You told me in the beginning you wanted X, Y, Z. You wanted to bring your wife home from work. You wanted to do this. You wanted this particular car. Maybe that dream just isn't quite big enough for you right now. It's okay, but I want you to think about it. Tonight when you go to bed, you told me you wanted to bring your wife home to be with your kids. You're tired of her working all the time. Wake up in the middle of the night and go in and check on your kids and see how they're laying there sleeping and ask yourself, boy, should I give up? Should I set my bricks down or shouldn't? When you sponsor people, find out what their reason is. And make sure you keep a record of the people that you bring in this business and what their goals and their dreams are. And when they start slacking off, you bring those goals and their dreams back up again and say, how serious were you with those goals and those dreams? Don't be afraid to call somebody out on it, okay? And those are some of the things that I do. I like to, JR calls it, I don't like to motivate, I like to irritate sometimes. And I irritate, every time I talk to Sandy, I irritate Sandy. She's my personally sponsored up here. And I irritate her because I know where she wants to be and I know where she can be. And I irritate her by telling her, you can't do that. Because she's the type of person you can never say you can't do something to. Because she's like me, it makes her do it more. So I gave my secret away, Sandy. You're sitting there and I'm telling you, but that's why I do it. Because I know if I tell her she can't, she'll do it. Okay? So you got to learn what irritates people, what doesn't. So, I hope that helped. Great ways to get a good posture. Great ways to get a good posture. People say to me, my gosh, dude, you're so confident. I think I've been like this all my life. Because all of my life, Alex and I rode around a lot yesterday and today in the car, and I was telling a lot of my story growing up as a kid, and all my life I've been told by my family, my parents, my mom, my dad, you're a dud, you're a loser, who do you think you are, you're a knucklehead, everything I can say words, but I can't. Because it wouldn't be proper with so many beautiful girls here. Some of you guys can handle it. But I've been called every name in the book by my mom and dad as a kid growing up, and I just vowed that I was never, it motivated me to want to do better in my life. Okay? So posture comes from events like this. When you go weeks without getting your batteries charged, your posture goes down. When you start taking no's from people personally, your posture goes down. Okay? I take no's as timing just isn't right, we'll come back and see you later. Not a problem. I don't mind no's. I eat no's for breakfast. Listening to your MP3 player. I know you guys don't have a problem with that up here. You all do it, don't you?
Yeah.
4 of you. But listening to the MP3 player, going to the UBPs, going to the kickoffs, whatever you can go to be around the people that are positive about you. Cam and I were in the back of the room standing here earlier, and he talked about how so much energy, from all you guys just standing here talking earlier, there's so much positive energy in this room, it's unbelievable. But you've got to take it out of this room. And you got to take it with you. And a lot of it comes too through understanding what you have a hold of here. A lot of you really don't have a clue what you have a hold of here. When you start seeing deposits going into your bank account every Friday for $9,000, $10,000, $11,000, it's amazing. Or even $300, even a month, your posture goes up. You sponsor somebody, your posture goes up. You make an appointment with somebody, your posture goes up. But you can't make your posture go up if you're doing nothing. You've got to be doing something. Every day, do something with this business. Sell a product, your posture goes up. Lose another pound, your posture goes up. Am I right? But you got to do something. 95% of everything that happens around you on a daily basis is negative and destructive to you as a human being. You think about it. You wake up in the morning when you don't want to wake up. You go where you don't want to go to do something for somebody you don't even know or like. And you do it every day. You sit in traffic. You got to get on the phone. You got to, whatever your job is, you got to do it. And then you got to drive home. You know, things happen every day around you. You watch the news. You listen to the news. It's all negative. It's all garbage. Everything that happens around you. Talk to your person next to you, the cubicle next to you at work. They're negative. All that comes out of their mouth is negative, 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 negative. And it's dragging you down. And I look forward to coming to events like this because I love being around positive, good-looking people that are going places, that are dreamers, that are visionaries, that think outside the box, that are winners. So you guys recharge my batteries more than you know. You do. Honest to goodness, you recharge my batteries more than you know. Reading the proper books. You know, listening to the proper material and associating it with the proper people. People ask me, where did you get your education? I got my education at the University of my Alto. I have a doctorate in positive thinking. Through the University of my Alto. If you say it with a French accent, it's my auto, my car. I used to listen to CDs, or back then it was cassette. Even when I was in real estate, even before real estate, I listened to cassettes all the time. Positive, motivating people. You know, they talked to me all the time and told me how great I was, and they didn't even know me. And here's all my friends, they knew me, and all they did was talk trash about me, right? So, you know, that's a great way to get your posture up, is be around these events, be around the people. You know, don't fight it. If you don't have anybody to go with you to a meeting, go anyway. You got to go to get your batteries recharged. Flush the negative. Get rid of the garbage. Get rid of the stinking thinking. What makes a successful appointment? What makes a successful appointment? Anybody that shows up.
Yeah.
That's an easy one. Anybody shows up? Do I still get people that don't show up? Absolutely. A successful appointment to me, it could be as small as just sitting and small talking with somebody, building a rapport with somebody. That is a successful appointment with me. It could be as big as showing them the business plan and they want to sign up that day. Anything in between is a successful appointment. Okay? That's a successful appointment. How to prevent getting influenced by negative and unprofessional sources. How to prevent getting influenced by negative and unprofessional sources, the people you work with and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, you know, I think a lot about bullying. When I was a kid, I was bullied a lot. I was a little skinny kid. I had really bad eczema when I was a kid. And I was into sports. And so every time